Chieftain of the All Progressives Congress (APC) in Edo State, Captain Dr. Idahosa Okubo JP, has written an open letter to President Muhammadu Buhari over Godwin Obaseki. In the letter, Idahosa accused the governor of refusing entreaties to make peace. His predecessor and former national chairman of the APC, Adams Oshiomhole, he added that the governor had begun to attack him and his business interests over fear that he was running against him until the governor left the APC. He said, I have for some time now experienced an unprecedented dose of orchestrated bashings and campaign of calumny calculated to malign my person and cast aspersions on my hard-earned reputation. This space of coordinated attacks with their attendant mode of vicious execution can best be described as the unconscionable auctions by attack dogs and hirelings of desperate Edo State government on the watch of Governor Godwin Obaseki. After a deep evaluation of these seamless attacks and poisonous bitterness against my person, I have come to the conclusion that as a good-hearted Edo son, I do not deserve the embarrassing treatment. My pedigree will never ever allow me to deliberately concoct any wrong against my state and its governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, who today, by the grace of God, enjoys the mandate of the good people of Edo State to preside over their affairs. I am, however, shocked, bewildered, and pained to observe that despite my very sincere, robust, and stated commitment to support the anticipated pace of infrastructure development, progress, and other social investment initiatives through the deployment of my modest goodwill and network of capital, for which I am eternally grateful to God, the response has been to paint my person with a tar brush of public odium that verged on mischief. I have, regardless of this very unpleasant experience, remained a lover and promoter of peace, and will continue to be at peace with myself and most members of the society, but which by the governor's actions and inactions it has become impossible. My contributions to peace, progress, and visible development of the economy of the state, pursuant to our collective aspirations and shared commitment, remain a fait accompli. These contributions are self-sacrificing without necessarily expecting any iota of reciprocal gesture or patronage from the government of Edo State. I, therefore, find it sickening and incomprehensible to understand or accept any justification for the series of sustained virulent attacks against my person in the social and print media by some agents of Edo State government. My long and trusted acquaintances of very many years will attest to my unrepentant fidelity to principles and facts. They know that I will not, through distortion of facts, destroy the integrity of such values to gain undue relevance, unnecessary attention, and sympathy. To be sure, I state the facts of matter as they are to the best of my ability, good conscience, and the fear of God. It is therefore in this context that I set out to address contending issues in this statement. Pursuant to my personal convictions and without any fear of contradictions, I have solidly supported the administration of Godwin Obaseki without employing rhetoric but verifiable evidence of actuality in the last 3 years of his administration. These very modest contributions of solidarity include, but not limited to: 1. In 2016, on assumption of office, I met with Governor Godwin Obaseki to discuss several ways of driving foreign investment and ultimately making Edo State an investment hub. Pursuant to this objective, I immediately sponsored the governor and his team of officials on an investment pathfinders trip to China. This was done pursuant to my firm conviction in private sector led participation as being the key to economic and industrial development of the state. Secondly, as a show of reinforcement of solidarity for the governor's mandate, when I was invited to the Edo Convention in Toronto, Canada, I again demonstrated my support for the governor by my speech, which I encouraged everyone to support his administration, and also on that occasion donated 5 houses worth 50 million naira to support his housing project located in Benin City towards helping our Edo brothers and sisters in diaspora. All in so all in a sustained campaign to share his vision, because I believe in the development template which is sold to me, and this I wholeheartedly accepted. Thirdly, my advocacy to the political class and other critical Edo stakeholders on the need to embrace the virtue of patience with Governor Obaseki as he settled down for governance and infrastructure development remains legendary. This I did with a lot of passion without the least expectation for reward in any form. I was filled with ecstasy that Edo State had a new sheriff in town, an illusions an illustrious son with a private sector background who had stepped in the saddle to pilot our dear state in the direction of development and prosperity. I never knew all these were illusory. Number 4, only very recently I joined some well-meaning sons and daughters of Edo State to donate generously to the governor's COVID-19 relief fund campaign. How more supportive could I have been? It is instructive to mention that when the governor requested my daughter to work with his administration, I obliged him, even though the little allowance, which was only sustained for 5 months and stopped, had to be subsidized from my office and none thereafter. In a bid to reinforce my support for the governor, I purchased a brand new Toyota Hilux van to enable her discharge her responsibilities effectively on the project she was assigned. From then on, she has neither earned from Edo State government nor does she owe the state one kobo, to the best of my knowledge. My dear people of Edo State, see, the fundamental question yearning for answer is, what wrong did I commit for identifying with Governor Obaseki and galvanizing support for his administration? In the course of time, I heard he started having issues with former Governor Comrade Adams Oshomole. I was quite worried and vehemently pleaded with him to settle whatever the issues were and embrace the path of peace in the interest of the good people of Edo State. As a stakeholder in the state, I advised on the need to allow wisdom drive his decision-making processes. I emphasized that the critical position of leadership he occupies. I further espoused the virtues of patience and sacrifice in public service, as I considered this as sine qua non to achieving one's vision. Following a series of complaints of abandonment by his friends and associates from the political class who knew my relationship with the governor, I recommended to the governor to bifurcate between politics and governance. I recommended the need to appoint a trusted and experienced politician to bridge the gap and manage his relationship with the political wing of his administration, so as to avoid distraction as he faces the onerous task of steering the business of moving the state towards economic and developmental prosperity. He, however, rejected my proposal and insisted politicians were rogues and would not patronize them or see them in government house. Governor Obaseki told me without mincing words. He emphasized he would not be moved an inch about their responses or feelings on this particular issue. Retreating, he did not need their support either. He told me clearly that he was not interested in pursuing any second term agenda. Okay. At a time, I spent almost 3 hours of my precious time in the governor's house explaining to him the need to build synergy between him and Comrade Adams Oshomole, the then APC national chairman, in the best interest of the development of our state. He was blunt that he was not interested in any peace talk and that he was embarking on a fight to the finish with Oshomole, again to prove that he meant every word of his threat. He sent a mutual friend to me that night when I got home with a warning that I should stay clear from the ensuing fight between him and Comrade Oshomole, else he would inflict severe collateral damage on me. In fact, I was torn by his message, yet I put a call to him the next morning to confirm the veracity or otherwise of this message delivered to me by our mutual friend. He confirmed it. Oh, wow. So guys, this man said a lot and we could not even be saying much because of time and all of that. But you could really pinpoint what he's trying to say, that he tried to play his part. He did this not even expecting any form of reward from anybody and all of that. But just to buttress the whole thing is that the man is not grateful, and of course he's on the side of Oshomole. And the same thing, a lot of people have been saying that the man betrayed them, he this and that, and he's still confirming it and writing to President Muhammadu Buhari. I don't think whether he thinks that what he's going to write, I don't know whether the letter is for the president or for himself or for the public, because the Buhari that we know will not do anything, because they have been on this fight for a very long time. He couldn't do anything. I always say even the Oba could not even settle them. So writing to Buhari now, I don't think he wants Buhari to do anything. Maybe he wants the public to know, because that is why we are getting to know what he has written. Because if he's expecting Buhari to do anything, they know that he's not going to do anything, since he couldn't do anything before now. The man left the party and went to another party. And very recently, the man told us that he went to meet with Buhari. They still have a cordial relationship. And this letter to me, it's not going to go anywhere. So guys, let us hear your opinion. The man has made his own stand. He has said the reason why this man is after him, after he has done enough to support him and is paying him back. Everything still boils on that Obaseki is an ingrate, according to what he's trying to tell us. Leave your comment below and let's have your take on this issue. Thank you very much. Bye.